Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all over the United States and around the world. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of our friends in Florida and the Carolinas and Georgia, hoping that you guys made it through okay. We know that there was lots of water, but hopefully not too much damage. And sooner than later, you will be back to crafting. Oh my goodness, that was something. We were glued to the TV, but we are just, praying that everybody made it through. All right. Well, today we're going to kick off the holiday card making season with the first card from the brand new card kit. And I'm really excited about this card kit. And of course, I want to use this die set. I have it on a magnetic storage board, so it's easy for me to keep track of everything. But this is the free die set that comes in the kit. It's called Winter Wonderland, and there are so many fun ways to use it. And I absolutely love this die set so much because it's not just a holiday die set. I mean, you can use this to do a welcome to the neighborhood card, or you can use the trees for camping. And there's just so many different things that you can do with it. So this is the one I'm going to use today to kick off the season. But before we do, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Happy crafternoon, all.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Hey, okay, so Kimberly had a dream.
Yes, she did.
And that she was with us during a live. Mm-hmm. And she said, in my weird dream, Gina and Tom left me in the studio and went home, and someone tried to break in. So, Kimberly, we have to ask, what happened? Did you call 911? Did you stop them from breaking in? Or did you just wake up?
Or did you invite them in to craft with you? Because that would be good. Convert them into a card maker.
Yes. People often try to break into craft here.
That's an awesome dream. I think that's so funny. I'm glad that we were in your dream and that you had a little bit of fun until the terrifying part when we left you. Oh, everybody, that's so cute. That's really cute. All right. Well, Tom, you're going to be back later with a word of the day, maybe?
I certainly hope so.
Okay.
Are you planning any coughing fits? Or?
No, not this time. I have my water. I don't plan any coughing fits today.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. But it happens sometimes. I guess I'm human, right?
Sometimes.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, let's start. Let me just grab something here before you turn the camera around. All right. Let's start making this card today. Now, I was thinking about doing maybe a mini slimline or a slimline, but then I thought for the first card, let's just do a typical A2 card because that's super easy to work with. And I think it's going to be, it's going to be beautiful. And it's the most common cards that we make for the holiday season because we know they go for the price of a stamp, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, we'll start with that. And then this might be a little bright, Tom. I don't know. But I think it's okay. Once we get the color on here, it's going to darken up quite a bit. So I'm going to use my blending brushes today. So I have them all here. Let me get those. And then I'm going to pick a couple colors because the first thing we're going to do for this card is we're going to create a background. And we want the background to be like all deep blues and everything like that because we want it to feel more like nighttime. So I think the colors that I'm definitely going to use some blue denim, because that's a great color for a nighttime sky. I'm also going to use, sorry, I had to turn around, in the navy. And I'm thinking, how about maybe some powder blue? We'll do more of a glowy sky. And then I think we're going to maybe add a little bit of yellow in there when we do the moon. And yes, I saw Jennifer here. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer had mentioned that we were supposed to go live today, but the die set that we were going to use together already sold out. And we know there were some problems with people getting what they wanted on release night. And we just didn't want to disappoint anybody and use something that you guys couldn't get if you wanted to. So that's already been reordered. It's coming in. As soon as it comes in, Jennifer and I will reschedule that live. All right. So now we could do like a sunset here if we wanted to as well. Like we could add just a little bit of an orange or a pink down here just to get a little bit of a sunset. So why don't we do that? Why don't we get innocent pink? Let me find that. Here we go. Innocent pink. So here we'll do this color combo. And I'll say it again just so everybody knows. We're going to use in the navy, blue denim, powder blue, and then a little innocent pink just at the kind of break line of the sky. Okay, then I have the die set here, and this die right here can be a moon, right? If you cut it out, it's going to look like this. It'll be the moon. But what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to cut this out using some masking magic. So I'm going to do that. Now, let me see. Do I have a little piece of masking magic already cut out here? I might. Let me just dig around. Okay. So I happen to have a piece of masking magic cut out as an oval. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this out of this piece of masking magic so I don't have to open a whole new sheet up. This just happened to be sitting there. Okay. Oh, welcome everybody. It's getting busy around here today for our Crafternoon Lunchtime Live. Great to see all of you. It takes everybody a little bit to get here because a lot of people are watching at work and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to just cut this die. And again, this die is from this die set, which is, let me pull it out here, the Winter Wonderland die set that comes in the new card kit. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. All right. And we are going to use this as a mask. I can keep that for something else. I don't know what, but you know me. I don't like to throw things out. Neither do you guys. So we'll just keep everything. And then someday, a year from now, I'll make a video on how to use all that stuff that I kept telling you to keep. Okay, so now we have this little piece of masking magic, and we're going to get that quarter sheet of cardstock. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down just a little bit more because I am going to cut this out with my Master Layouts 2 die set, I think. So I'm going to cut this down right now to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And then we're going to cut it down again with the Master Layouts 2 so we can get the cute little stitches. But this will help me place my items a little bit better. So let's get this moon down enough so that we know that we can cut around it. And it's always a good idea to have the Master Layouts die set you want to use out when you're going to cut. So I'm going to use this one, the Master Layouts 2. I'm going to just bend it a little bit because it's well loved and gets bent up. So I want to kind of lay it there and make sure that my full moon is going to be showing in the card. Okay. So I'm going to peel this backing off, and I'm going to, I guess there wasn't, I must have pulled that off when oh no, there it is. Okay. I'm going to put this down right about here. Putting it off to the one side just a little bit. Because I want to have Santa going across this moon. I know you can't see hardly any of that because it's really bright, but I'm going to have Santa going across the moon. So you'll be able to see it once we get all the ink on here. Okay. So we're going to start right around the moon, and I'm going to start with a little bit of blue denim. Okay. So I'm going to come down from here, from the top with the blue denim, and I'm going to bring it down to just under the moon. All right. So I'm going to start with a very light hand. I want this to be a fairly smooth blend. So I'm going to go with a light hand, and I'm going to bring that down around the moon. Now, you might be thinking, well, if the moon is white and then your Santa is white, how's that going to look? But I think I'm going to go back in with my blending brush, and I'm going to blend a little yellow into that moon so that you can, I know the moon isn't really yellow, but I think if we add just a little, the contrast will work. We could add a little gray too. So we'll see how it looks. Okay, so you see, I'm starting to blend out the sky. Oh no, Pamela, I'm sorry you're having coughing fits today. Welcome to my release party world. Okay, I'm gonna darken that color up a little bit. I re-inked my brush, and I'm gonna bring that color down just a little bit more now. And you want to go right over the moon. Because we definitely want this to be a night sky. So we want most of our darker colors to be coming down fairly far. And what my plan is, I'll tell you what my plan is. My plan is to have a small strip of white cardstock to replicate the snow. And then on that strip of cardstock, I'm going to stamp this Merry Christmas greeting from the kit. This is from A Very Silly Season, but I'm going to stamp this greeting right onto the snow. So I don't really need a lot of snow, and I do want to get my houses fairly low so that I have room for the Santa going across the sky. So that's why we need to get this blue going down even further. Yes, Penny, I can make the moon any color I want. That's right. Artistic license. I like that comment. And I will be giving this card away. So if you are interested in possibly winning this card today, all you have to do is leave a comment. Okay, now I'm really getting the color around that moon. Okay, so now we have a lot of blue denim there. So my next color is going to be some powder blue. I am going to wipe my brush off a little bit. Now, powder blue is lighter than blue denim. So I want to get some of this blue denim off my brush. Okay. And we're going to do just a little bit of powder blue right here. And you know how if this was a real city, even though it's nighttime, you do get the lights from the city. So it does get a little brighter even at nighttime when you get close to that line down there. So we'll bring a little powder blue in. And that's going to give it a glowier feel down here. See how it kind of feels like it's glowing a little bit, like lights coming up from the city?
Glowier, kind of like bluier?
Bluier, yeah, bluier. Bluier and glowier. Okay. And then right under that, not far, I'm going to add that little bit of pink. Kind of has a northern Wisconsin feel, doesn't it, Tom?
Yes.
Wisconsin at night in the north where it's real glowy along the... All right, I'm going to use this pink brush, so I have to clean it off first.
We actually saw some northern lights in Wisconsin.
Yes, we did.
That's we're pretty far south for that, but we did see them.
Yeah, in Wisconsin Dells, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay. So now I'm going to ink this brush up with some Innocent Pink. And I'm going to just go right from the ground up here because I'm going to cover it with that white bar. So I'm not worried about that part. But I definitely want to get some of this pink in here. We just do simple cards here, you know? Doesn't have to be that complicated. Card making can be fun without being super complicated, I think. Okay, so you see how I blended it into that? So when we put that little strip of white down here, you're just gonna see a tiny little bit of that. In fact, I'm gonna move it up a little bit more. It'll almost turn some of that blue purple. We're just like pushing that color up into it just to give it more of a glow. So this isn't really too much like a sunset, but it's more like how things might glow from the snow or, you know, at nighttime when the moonlight is hitting it. Okay. Alrighty. Now, we're not done yet because we need to really darken up this area. So this is where in the navy comes in. We want to really get it dark, kind of coming down about mid-moon. But it was easier to blend starting at the top and working our way down. And now we can go real heavy-handed up at the top. And we can bring that navy down. Gosh, we could even add a little black toward the top. Okay, so we're starting with the navy here. You see how it's really making it look like nighttime, right? Okay. And I'm working the color down, but kind of in a little bit of a curve. And this will all, you know, once everything dries, it gets very smooth because we have a smoothing agent in our ink. Okay. All right. So now we've got, see how it's feeling more like nighttime, right? Okay. And if you wanted to, I mean, why not? Well, I want to use a black layer, surprise, but we could add a little bit of black right along the very top. But I think this is good. I kind of like it this way. Okay, so let's see. Will Winter Wonderland Die Set be sold later? Yeah, probably in early November. Not until then, but probably around then, because we have a really good sneaking suspicion that this kit is going to sell out, and then we have to reorder those dies. But we're not going to reorder them until we know for sure that the kit is sold out. So if the kit sells out, we hope to have it sometime in November. Okay, it's such a good deal. I mean, this die set alone is a $25 die set. So if you think about that, and then the kit is only $59.95, and you get 2 more die sets, 2 more stamp sets, cardstock, connect glue. It's such a great deal. All right, so now let's see. I think the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to peel away the moon because I think I want to add a little bit of yellow. Now, what some people do, and we could try this, why not? Let's give it a try. Do I have a blending brush for white around here? I think I do. No, you know, I don't. All right, I'm not going to do that. We're going to peel this, and then we're going to add that little bit of yellow in there. Okay, so there's our moon. Isn't that fun? Now, it is a very, very bright moon. So we're going to add a little yellow. I don't even know what color is on this brush, so I should probably clean it a little bit. Yeah, the masking magic is just the bomb. Okay, so you could see that probably had some honey mustard on it or something from one of my fall cards that I did. I wiped most of that off, and now I'm just going to use whatever's left on this brush. I'm just going to gently add a little bit of yellow in here. See, I'm not even putting pressure on it, but I'm adding a little bit of yellow. Right? So that just gives it a little bit of a different tone so that when Santa is there, you're going to be able to see it a little bit better, if that makes sense. We could also do Santa in black, so he could be a silhouette going across the sky. So maybe we'll try that too, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. All right. So now we could add a little gray too. I don't know if I have a gray blending brush, but I have a black blending brush. I don't know. I would really have to wipe a ton of this off to maybe just add a little. I'm scared. Okay. Just to kind of quiet down the yellow a little bit. And see how it gives a little bit of shading in there, which makes it look a little bit more round. Yeah, I think maybe I'll do the black. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that in there. That was pretty easy to do. I didn't have to work too hard. I just touched it, you know, to there, kind of in a circular motion. It kind of gave a circle, which makes it look a little bit more dimensional. All right, so now let's cut this out before we go any further. Okay, let me get my die cutting machine. This is so easy, guys. So easy to do. You can do this. I totally have faith in you. It's not hard. Yeah, probably the black will show up better. All right, let me get my plates. I have everything everywhere around here right now. You know, the way I left our release party, it's still a mess like that. All right, so I'm just going to cut this to get that decorative edge. Okay. And we'll cut that out. Is the guitar in the dead space? Yeah, Tom said usually. Okay, so now I have that little stitched edge. I don't know, can they see that edge, Tom? It's hard to tell on my end, but I will tell you that once I get this card finished, I'm going to take a high quality picture and put it in the group. But can you see how just those colors, that color combination, really does make it look like it's glowing light right here? Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this aside for just a second, and I'm going to stamp that greeting. Let's do that real quick. Okay. Let me find a white piece of cardstock here. I can use maybe this right here. Right there. I'm going to trim it down, though. This is just a little extra strip I had left over from our release party live and then our latest live. Our release party live. That's what that's from. And I just want to make sure it's long enough, so it is. Okay. First I'm gonna stamp the greeting, and then I'm gonna cut it out with the same die because I want the stitching to match up, right? So I want that stitching to be around the edge here. So, and this way I can center the greeting. I hope that makes sense. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So let's get the Misty, since this is the first time I'm using this brand new stamp set. I want to make sure that if I need to stamp the greeting more than once, that I'll be able to. And I just love the quaintness of this font here. It feels like it should be in a Christmas village, so I really love that one. All right. So we're going to do Merry Christmas. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you. I see so many people here. What a fun afternoon. Okay. So I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. And I'm putting it more in the center because I definitely want to make sure that I have room. I'm actually going to raise it up a little bit to make sure that I have room to cut it out. Okay. I'm going to make sure we get that in place. And then I'm going to need my black ink pad. So this is my black Onyx ink pad. I'm going to just prime this stamp a little bit more. Oh, do we have a troll, really? Tom usually gets them pretty fast. They don't know what hit them. Okay, I'm going to stamp that. And then we'll give it a second stamping. I love this font. Whew. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So let's give it a minute here. And then while we're waiting for that, it doesn't really have to dry, but because I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine, I'm just going to let it sit for a second. In the meantime, we're going to add some snow to this scene. So I'll show you a fun way to add some snow. Oh my gosh, the greeting just flew across the room. Excuse me, I got to go get my greeting. Ugh. Okay, here it is. It flew across the room from the breeze of me grabbing the stamp set. My table here is not that big. It might look big, but it really isn't. Well, it is. It's just I have so much stuff on it that I'm working in like 1 square inch like the rest of you do. And how we have this big table and we're working like right here because there's everything around. Okay, so let's get this back again. And now we're going to create a little bit of snow. So I have a couple different things. I bought this, my daughter, where she works, they sell a lot of craft supplies and paint and things like that. So I bought this. This is like a model paint. It's acrylic. I also bought this one at Target. I'm going to use the Target one today. And I like to get an acrylic block for this. And I'll get another acrylic block. And then I have this paintbrush. So this is just a watercolor paintbrush. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a little bit of this paint. Ooh. There we go. Put a little bit of paint on that acrylic block. And then I have I have this cup sitting here and it's got like paint dried in it. I don't even care. It's probably not going to affect it. I'm going to just take a little water out of my sprayer here. Okay.
It's the way most of my coffee cups end up.
This is your coffee cup, honey. Okay, so I'm going to add a little water to this. Like that. So I wanted to thin it out just a little bit and make it kind of runny. And then what I'm going to do here, and just be careful if you're wearing like nice clothes, you know, just kind of make sure maybe put an apron on or something. I'm going to tap this. I'll show you the action first before you do it on here. I'm going to take the paintbrush and I'm going to tap it like this onto my acrylic block. And you can see it goes everywhere. It really does. It's quite messy. So I like to have a little bit of like a paper towel close by just to clean the paint off of the work surface because it will dry on there. It's acrylic paint. Okay, let's wipe that off. Alrighty. So let's get a little bit of paint on here. Right. Here we go. Wish me luck. It's always scary. There we go. So now we've got some nice paint flicks, little splatters. Yes, I could do it in a box. You're right. It's hard to film it that way, though. So I'm going to just clean up my space. And actually, I don't worry too much about getting super inky or painty. But, you know, if you are worried about it, a box is a great idea. Okay, and then I just cleaned off my acrylic block with a little bit of glass cleaner. That is super easy. You guys can do that. And I know sometimes people make it more complicated than it is. And this isn't a super bright white because I thinned it out so much, but I really wanted it to be more subtle. I really want the images to be, you know, the houses, and it's hard to do it this way, really. I find it super easy to do it this way. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Yeah, toothbrush. Yep. But I kind of like just, you know, using the acrylic block to just tap it on because it seems like it's very, yeah, you can use pigment ink. Just take a little pigment ink, maybe out of a re-inker, and mix a little water with it. Do the same kind of thing. Definitely. All right, so now let's go back to this again. I do have a little splotch there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out with the die cutting machine. Okay. I would like to do the die cutting part first and then trim the rest off. So we're going to put this down, and we're going to take Master Layouts 2 again, and we're going to make sure that it looks even. So, you want to have it even on both sides, and you want to have it straight. Okay? That looks pretty good. If you're nervous about it, where's my washi tape? Okay. Take a little bit of washi tape. Let's do that. Hold it where you want it, and then just washi tape it down. Don't worry about up here if it sticks or it tears. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to be chopping all of that off. Okay. Now, this is a very simple way to use this die set. I'm going to do some more complex ways where, we pop things up. We use the easy lights, things like that. We make a shadow box. I've got a lot of ideas. But I thought intro to this is just a simple scenic card. Okay. So now you see why I wanted to do that, because now we've got all the nice, let me get my sandpaper thing and just run it across there. We've got all the nice little stitching that we're going to be able to line up with this stitching, and it's going to be very cohesive. Okay, so now I am going to bring this back again. Now I'm going to get my paper cutter, and I'm going to trim this off. And I wanted to cut this out first because I needed a straight edge here to make sure that the design was going to cut straight. And I'm just going to line it up on one of these lines here. And I need a little bit of room. Here we go. That looks good. And trim it off. Okay. So does that look pretty straight? I think it does. Let's take a look at it. Maybe I'll cut it a little bit more. What do you guys think? Should I cut it down a little bit more? I don't think so, because we really just wanted a little bit of that pink showing right at the horizon. And guys, I know a lot of you are really excited about those easy lights, and I am too, but I do want you to know I used them a couple times last Christmas as well. So there are a couple different videos on my channel. If you go to my channel, all you have to do is type in, there's a search, little magnifying glass search for the channel. And all you have to do is type in easy lights, and you'll be able to find a couple videos I did on them. So just in case you bought them and you want to get started. All right, so we're going to put that there. I still feel like I should trim it down a little bit more, but I don't know that I can. So we'll just go with this. You know what I could do? Maybe I'll bring the pink up just a little higher. There's still some pink left on this brush. I think I'm going to do that because this paint is already dry. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to bring the pink up just a little bit more. There we go. Just so we have a little bit more of that glow. See, doesn't that look a little bit better? Yeah, I like it. Okay. Now, probably should take the cap off. Now I'm not taping it all the way to the edge because I haven't decided yet whether I want to sink the houses down into that or I want to put them on top. We'll see. So I'm lining this up, and the way I'm lining it up is I'm lining it up by looking at the stitches. I want to make sure that the stitches look good, and they do. So now my stitches are where they need to be. I don't know if I've got a piece of cardstock here that is the right size, but we'll see. Nope. So I'll trim that down with the master layouts, but I am going to put that on black because that's just going to make the whole thing pop off of a white card base better. Because when you get down here, white on white, you know me, I think that that's drab. I have to have the little black edge on everything. It's a Gina thing. It's totally a Gina thing. So if you don't do that, that's fine, but I gotta do it.
Imagine our surprise.
I know, everybody's shocked that I'm adding black to this card. Okay, I'm just gonna straighten this die out a little bit. because they do bend. It's just what they do, and it's not a problem. You can just straighten them right out. Boy, I'm really cutting this close. I found this piece of cardstock cut, but it's just a little bit too big. Yes, it does add to the night, Kim. You're right. The black definitely adds to the night. Because you want to see it. You want it to stand apart from that dark blue, right? So it's just a little something different. And you can still see it even up against the blue. So I like that. All right. Okay. Welcome. I see a lot of you still coming in. It's great to see you. We're getting busy around here. Hey, hey. All right. Now let's adhere these two together. You see my snow is very subtle in the background. It's not very bright. And I've seen people do it really bright, and I love the way it looks. But for this particular card, I just wanted it. It could be snow. It could be stars, you know. It could be just whatever you want it to be. But it does have a cool effect, like a chilly effect, right? Okay, so now I'm thinking this is going to be a little too bright. So let's cut this guy out in black. Actually, all the houses would be kind of cute in black too, but I do want to lay these out. See, I kind of like, not sure if I want to tuck them in or not. I don't know. Maybe. What I did was I doubled up on these so they're a little thick. So maybe I shouldn't tuck them in. But what do you think? You guys think I should tuck them in? That does look really cute, doesn't it? Oh, let's see. Should we put a little townhouse over here? We're just going to make it, we're not going to put the church this time. We're just going to do the houses. I cut all these out for the release party so that you guys could see them, because I think it definitely makes a difference when you are able to see what things look like when they're die cut. It's kind of hard to look at a die. It's hard to look at this die, right? And know that you're going to get all these delicate details, right? So that's why I cut them all out ahead of time. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll put this little house in here. I just have to try a couple different layouts. I'm in love with this little picket fence, and so I want to use it somewhere. And I feel like you have to have two houses together to use it. So I'm tucking first. I'm doing my layout. You guys know I like to do my layout first and see how I like it. And then I go back and glue everything together. Isn't that cute? The little picket fence. Okay, there we go. So they're in there like that. No tuck, lay on top of some of them? Well, I could do that. I could lay them on top. They do look cute on top, too. Maybe I will. I could even pop them up, but I just feel like, it doesn't look bad. That does look cute. Okay, let's see what else we can put in here. So I love this street lamp. This is one of my favorite images in the set, this big street lamp. And it's kind of nice to have that, this line going across so that you know you're getting them all even. Put a little tree in there, like that. And then we could have Santa going across the top in black. Does the Santa die match the Crop and Create Santa stamp in your class? No, it does not. That stamp, I believe, is much smaller in that set. Okay, so although I like the fact that it's all white and it goes really nicely together, I do think we got to do this one in black. So I'll cut this out in black now. We'll put this aside, and then we will glue everything down. The church by the light post would be pretty. I did that in this card, and I think it really, really looks nice together. And I used Master Layout 6 to cut these hills, which is kind of fun. This is more like, this one that I'm making is a little bit simpler. It's more of like a city, just a straight street. But this kind of looks like out in the country, right, with the hills. So you're right. The church with the street post looks really nice together. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, I can move the tree. Nothing is set in stone. That's why I like to cut everything out, lay it all out first, and then decide. All right, let me get a piece of black cardstock here to cut Santa. They do have dark gray. All right, let me pick this up, and I want to clean this out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just put this over here off to the side. So you should see what Steven in our warehouse made with this set. I'm going to steal his card and show you his card because he made the most beautiful slimline card. He's got a whole town. He's got trees everywhere. He's got it all over the place. Jenna, so I usually post when I'm going to be teaching a class, and then people have lots of time to register. I usually add it to a newsletter, so make sure you're signed up for our newsletter. And I usually post it in our Facebook group too. So I don't know if you saw our new jewel picker. This is called the Pick and Stick tool. What we did was we did a white end for the waxy jewel picker side, and we did a silver end for the pokey tool side, which I really like because I don't know about you guys, but even with Copic markers, it's always a 50-50 chance that I'm going to open the wrong side. And it's frustrating to me. Plus, it says, I say it's a 50-50 chance, but I never open the right side. So it's worse than a 50-50 chance. Okay, so now I've got my Santa here, and this is all a mess, but I definitely think, what do you think? Do you like the dark in the sky, the dark Santa going across? I know this one needs to get moved, but do you like that, or do you like the white? We could make the moon a little darker. We could go a little grayer in the moon and do the white if you want to do that. I feel like the white is so striking. So we'll see what you guys think. There's the white. Here's the black. Do we lose the black in that dark sky? I kind of feel like we do. I feel like we lose the black in the dark sky unless we really move them down.
Somebody told me I had a very striking face. They asked me how many times I was struck there.
Boom, boom. That's funny. Do you have a word of the day, Thomas?
Word of the day. Okay, so the word of the day is...
I'm just cleaning this out while we're talking here.
Word of the day is warehouse. Warehouse. And so we have a warehouse now, and that would be W-A-R-E house. It's, we have great people running it, and everything is in order. But when we were working during COVID, just you and I,
yeah,
we had a warehouse, as in W-H-E-R-E house. Where are the 500 stamps that we just sold?
Yeah, we were pretty disorganized.
So that was a different kind of warehouse. That's the word of the day.
I love it. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go white. And I think I'm going to darken up the moon just a little bit. I know that's scary, but I'm going to add a little bit more gray. I saw somebody say, don't you dare touch the moon. But I have to. Yeah, if the Santa was a little smaller, but I like the big, Santa going across. It's almost like the focal image. And if I just add a little more gray to this moon, the moon kind of is like white and gray, really. It's got a lot of grayness to it. So I think if we deepen that up a little bit, it'll be a little easier to see the Santa going across the sky. So we'll add him and we'll pop him up a little bit. I think we'll put like like his sleigh mostly in the moon, so we can see a little more detail on the reindeer. And then we'll yeah, I think just that little bit of darkening. So let me get my foam tape. Oh my God, do you see how big this is, Tom?
Yes.
This is the ThermoWeb foam tape. I love this stuff. It is huge. Very easy to use, but wow. I need like, this looks like a spare tire. So it's got this little green thing here that you can just pull off.
That reminds me, I have to do some weather stripping.
Funny. So I like the foam tape when it comes to doing things like this, because I can cut these down to really small sizes, as opposed to, I guess I could do that with foam squares too, but this is kind of nice. I can just take exactly what I need and I don't have to figure out where to put anything else. So I'm going to just take a little piece here. I'm going to put it right on the back of the Santa there. And then I'm going to cut some really tiny ones. Yeah, you know, I think either one would look good, but I think if next time, if I want to use the black, the silhouette, I should make the sky a little bit lighter so you can see it better, right? So I'll just put a little one there and a little one here. And I think it's fine that there isn't one there, but I could put one there. I don't think it's going to matter that much. Okay. So we'll get this going across the sky. We could do it right here. Let's do it right here. I like that. There we go. Yeah, black houses would be cute too. But I got them all cut out here and I think I'm going for it. Okay. So this one might be a little big, so I might have to put this one more on the end. So you might have to change. And here's the thing with these trees, you know, if this tree is too tall, it's super easy. All you have to do is just trim it down, because you can cut it anywhere and make it a smaller tree, right? So we'll just cut that down and we'll make it a little bit of a smaller tree, like that. We'll have a little townhouse there. And now we'll do this. Maybe we'll do the street light over here. Let's just see. We're going to play a little bit. That's why I like to have a little bit more time to play. And I do have my my tweezers somewhere, so I can do the Mindy Eggin and place everything perfectly, like she does, unlike I do. So what do you think? Is that a cute little town there going across? Let's do it. Okay, so we could either pop them up or we could use Connect Glue. I'm going to use Connect Glue because they are definitely very thick because I doubled them up. And sometimes I like to double them up, and sometimes I don't like to double them up if I'm going right on the card. But this time I doubled them up a little bit, and I think it's going to work out okay. So I'm going to just add a little glue back here. Let's get this on here like that. I don't even know if this even makes sense for me to do, but is that too far over? There we go. Street lamp down. And I got some goober on there already. You know what? I'm going with my fingers. I'm trying to be all fancy. I just got to do it my way. Sticky fingers, moving things around. Okay. I might have to use see, this works better for me. There we go. Okay. And then we'll move that there, and we'll put this house here. I just have to have those two connecting. Then we can just kind of shuffle this tree here. We could even put the snowman, which is Too cute. And you know, again, like if this house is too tall, if you want a smaller one, just cut it. It could be a little shorter then, you know, it could be like that size if you want to cut it down. So they're very flexible images. Same with the church. Somebody said, well, I don't necessarily make anything with like religion or churches or anything like that. So what do I do with the church? Just cut the steeple off and make it into like a house like that. So you know what's cute too? This townhouse. I love this townhouse with all the apartments. That's fun too. But that might be a little big. This one seems a little smaller to me. All right, let's keep going. Put the snowman on? Okay, I'll put the snowman on. Okay, here we go. I want to thank Jennifer and Simon Hurley and Mindy Egan for stopping by. I don't know if anybody else who makes YouTube videos is here, but it's very nice of you guys to support my live today. Thank you all. You're all so talented. Okay. You think I should cut that house down? I'm trying to read your comments as I go, and people are like, yeah, cut the house down.
Which house?
This one, to make it a little shorter.
A few people suggested switching the small houses.
Well, I can't now because I glued them all down already. What do you mean, switching the order of them?
Yeah, swapping where they are.
Oh, you mean to the other side or with each other?
With each other.
Oh. Well, I kind of like where the chimneys were. Am I okay?
Yeah.
Am I all right, Tom?
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay. I just want to see if this little snowman looks cute in here. What do you guys think? Should I put the little snowman in there? Oh, he's so cute. Might be a little much. I'll leave the tall one, and we'll see. Now I could use a bigger, fatter tree in here. I have this bigger tree, but I don't know that it's that much bigger, and I think it'll interfere. We're staying the program here. Okay, people don't like the snowman. I often wonder, like, if I made this card and I didn't have you guys to tell me what to do, like, what would it end up looking like? Holy cow. You guys are very helpful. It'd be a mess. Probably could have used a little more glue on that, but that's all right. Yeah, we don't want it to be too crowded. You can glue some yellow tissue behind the windows. Oh, for sure. Or even paper piece, like cut them out with yellow and then paper piece the little windows and just do certain ones. Do some in black, so some lights look out and some lights look on. There's so many fun things like that that you can do. Okay, trying to give this a little bit of evenness. You know, I'm trying to like create some evenness on the sides here. It's not too bad. That's cute. That's a cute little village. We could add a few sequins in there just to light up the sky a bit. Do we have time for sequins? We barely have time, but I could add a few. I think I'll add a few. But do you like the little layout there? It's cute. And I do like the white Santa. In my opinion, having the white Santa is just very cohesive with the rest of the card. And I feel like it was necessary. And it would be fun to paper piece yellow and black into the windows. Definitely, if I had more time, I would do that. And I would paper piece them using the jewel picker, like use them as gems. So it's very easy to insert them in there. Let's just put a couple little tiny disco ball sequins in the sky. Just a couple. We'll put one here, put one up here. Kind of like the stars twinkling. I don't even know if I can see those, honestly. They look just like the paint, so let's see if I can figure it out. Okay. Do I have another small one? I think that's small. I got to turn it over though. All right. I think I put one there. And then this is a tiny one. There we go. That just gives it a little sparkle. And they could be stars. They could be more snow. I feel like I need something up here too. Let's do, but you know I like to do 5s. So this might be a little uneven. It might drive me nuts, but we'll see. So just one little tip. When you're using this jewel picker, because I know we sold thousands of these things the other night, and I know you're all getting them. So many of you are getting them. This is a wax tip, and it's more fragile than the old jewel picker where you could really smash it down, but you don't need to smash it down. You just need to touch it to the gem, and it'll pick up, and then you can place it. So if you smash it down, the wax could crack. We do have replacement wax coming, so you're going to be able to do that. I'm going to put one more right in here. I can't even see if the glue got on there. Remember when you could see? Does anybody remember those days? Oh my goodness. Used to be able to see without readers. I know some people fight the readers, but I'm telling you, it's the best thing I ever did was get a pair of readers. Because I wear contact lenses, so that just makes everything worse.
I'm getting contact lenses with designer frames.
Jennifer wants a... Tom. Jennifer wants a snowman in front of the house. Which house, Jennifer? 1, 2, or 3? Tell me which house I should put it in front of. And I'll do that. In the meantime, while Jennifer is deciding which house I should put it in front of, you should have just texted me that. Oh, 3? Okay. I'll put it in front of 3. Okay. Let me just do this. Oh my gosh, right on top of the whole thing. I need to cut a card base. I'm going to use white. I could use another color, but let me use white for now just to see how it looks. Okay, so I'll put it like off to this side because there's just a little bit of extra space over here like this. Is that what you think, Jennifer? Or should I go closer to the tree, like right in here? Which one? I gotta wait to see what Jennifer says. Either. That is not helpful, Jennifer, because I don't know. Maybe over here. Is that too close to the edge? That might be too close to the edge because there's a lot more space over there. So maybe I'll just put it right here. Okay. How about should I pop it up right in front? I think I almost have to. I think I almost have to pop it up. So let me get a little tiny piece of foam tape and I'll pop it up. Okay, pop it up. Everybody's saying yes, pop it up. So I'm popping it up with a tiny piece of foam tape. Oh my gosh, I got foam tape stuck to me. All right, here we go. This I can do the Mindy egg in because I always see her so graceful with it and just places everything so nice. And me, I look like a bull in a china shop trying to do this. All right, right here, I'll overlap it just a little because I think that's what Jennifer meant, just to like, oh, that is cute. That is very cute. I like it. All right, Jennifer, you know best. That's for sure. Okay, so let's do this white card base and we'll see how this looks. And if not, oh my gosh, I just scored it in the wrong spot. That's all right. It's going to have a little line on the back. You know, another color card base I think would be really cute is this craft. Would be really cute. But let's just see how striking this looks when you put it on white. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, forget that I said craft. It's got to be white. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys all so much for helping me decide how to make this card today. Because honestly, I didn't even know what I was going to make today. I just knew I was going to make a card using these images. Okay, there's the finished card. Isn't that so fun? So cute. Ah, yes. All right. Well, so who is going to get this card today? Thomas?
Drum roll, the winner of the Merry
To me, it
Christmas
looks pretty. Sequins all over.
nighttime delivery scene is Linda Lewis. Linda Lewis.
Yay, Linda. Congratulations. Linda, just send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com and just tell them you won the little village card and I'll get that right out to you. Well, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. This was so much fun spending this hour with you. So I might not be back this weekend with a 5-minute card video because I am teaching a class for Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. They have their Crop and Create event this weekend, but I will be back, definitely, Tom and I will be back next Monday night, and we may have a special guest, Tom.
Yeah?
Well, maybe. I talked to Rena to see if she would come and make some very silly Christmas cards. So I'm not sure if she's going to be able to, but she said she might. If not, it'll just be me and Tom. But either way, we'll have lots of fun. So you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe, stay healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.